Yo Kikers.
Welcome back to the channel. This weekend we're in Yorkshire for the Scarborough National. Every lap there's a massive climb, which is about 15% to go up, and yeah, it's going to be a hard race, isn't it?
Yep.
Not a great start. I was quite far back. I didn't have the best gridding for it, and I couldn't get off the line straight away, and people were overtaking me left, right and centre. At the start, the lad who came second overtook me on the left and barged me out of my place, and then he chopped me, so I had to brake to avoid that. On the first lap, the lead group was already getting away, and it was a really hard race from the start, and we were going up 4 times. You can see how hard this race was for the non-sprinters, as the Clifton rider here was a sprinter, and she was literally second at the start, and she'd already dropped down to about 20th. Me and Elliot caught up to loads of people on the first climb, and then he got away, so it was just me, Oliver and this other kid. I started to put the power down here, as I could see that Iris behind us was tired and was struggling to stick with us. Here, Sam was only just trailing off Austin Baglow, and Austin Baglow usually gets podiums at the North West Youth League races. Going up this lap, Oliver put in a massive attack to get away from this rider who was slowing us down, and I had to follow, but I let a little gap slip. I put in an attack to get away and follow Oliver, and I was just trailing off the group that Oliver managed to catch up to. group stayed together on the climb, and so I was still stuck in this group with the girls who I could easily have been going faster than. This girl here lost the chain on the corner for the second time, so me and Oliver were solo, and we were working together to try and stay away from these two girls. On the descent, this girl came flying past us, going pretty much full gas, so me and Oliver let her go, and then she got a decent gap on us, so then we started to recognise that, and so I put the power down and tried to attack Oliver, and I got away from him slightly and caught up to the girl. I had to put in a little sprint just to make sure that I would beat the girl.
After 3 rounds,
just finished racing. It was a horrible race, as we expected. I ended up with Oliver from Boosted the Race, and we caught up to these girls, and we were planning to attack them, so we weren't doing any of the work. And then one of them dropped their chain on the corner, so it was just me and Oliver. And then coming on to the final climb of the race, some girl came right past us, absolutely flying. So we let her go, and then I ended up catching her and just dropping her, but Oliver unfortunately didn't. So have you got anything to say?
Yeah, we were with someone, a different person on the second lap, and then near the end of the climb I attacked and we dropped him. He almost caught up, but then attacked again on the straight windy bits and he didn't catch up.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a hard race as we imagined. Frank had a good race, though he didn't seem to be enjoying that climb. In fact, I don't think anyone really was. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe and comment for more content like this.